It's exhausting, isn't it? The relentless grind, the weight of expectations, the constant noise telling you what success should look like. You've seen it all before. The play by the rules, trust the system. Patience is a virtue cliches that, let's be honest, rarely feel like they work for those who want to change the game. If you've ever sat alone at 2 a.m., staring at your screen and wondering whether this endless hustle will ever pay off, you're not alone. The truth is brutal. The world claims it's built for you, but it actually feels like it's built against you. It celebrates safe bets and punishes the wild risks, the very ones that could shoot you way past the ceiling others desperately cling onto. The problem isn't you, it's the system. This system that masquerades as freedom, but is a cage wrapped in golden promises. It tells you that anyone can make it, but it quietly rewires the rules to favor the many who settle instead of the few who dare. That's the part that's so maddening. You're not just fighting for your success, you're fighting a structure designed to keep the exceptional locked out or diluted. And now, here's the deal. The next generation of super founders, the ones who break molds and burn brighter than ever before, won't find their fuel in comfort or consensus. They're not made by easy roads or safe havens. They're forged in rebellion, in unlearning everything convenient, in burning bridges to the past ideas holding them back. This isn't about being rebellious just for the sake of it. It's about survival, intellectual, emotional, financial survival, in a world that tries to standardize brilliance. The future founders won't look like the polished faces of corporate newsletters or the silhouettes on TED stages. They'll look like the misunderstood, the ones who refused labels, the ones who rejected impossible as a limit rather than a word. They're the ones who ask why, louder than anyone else, and act when no one else can see the path. Here's the golden key you need to hear right now. Capitalism, at its raw, unfiltered core, is the environment that can ignite this fire if only it is allowed without the chains of dull, pre-written rulebooks. Capitalism doesn't have to be the villain. Capitalism is the wild forest where the strongest trees fight for the sun. But more importantly, it's the soil rich enough for anything rare and strange to grow. The mistake is thinking capitalism means more of the same. It's not about scaling noise. It's about amplifying essence. Your essence, your vision, your fierce refusal to fit in when that means becoming average. It rewards risk, not mediocrity. But only if you stop trying to perfect the system's comfort and start perfecting your own unique storm. Ask yourself, are you here to adjust yourself to the old way of doing things? Or are you ready to rip it up and build what's never been built? Here's what you absolutely must understand. Your biggest enemy is not competition, it's isolation. Exceptional people don't lack talent. They lack the right connections. The system has no space for raw brilliance because it fears it. It ordinarifies it, tames it, turns it into a product ready for mass consumption. But the worst part? You can feel it inside you every day. That clear, burning loneliness. The sense that nobody quite gets the full picture you see. You are misaligned, mismatched, and misunderstood. And that's where the next big wave starts. You will never do this alone, and you don't have to. What you need is a network, but not any network. You need an autonomous web of people just like you. The rare few who burn hotter, talk sharper, think faster, dream wider. People who refuse to dim their light to avoid making anyone uncomfortable. A network where difference is not erased but celebrated. Where contrasts are not smoothed over but woven into unbreakable strength. Where what looks like chaos to the outside world is actually raw synergy, glory in the making. This isn't some lofty idea. This is exactly how history's greatest founders thrived. by picking their own tribes, forging alliances that made entire industries quake. The difference is now, the opportunity to connect these few is greater than ever before. If you're willing to leave behind the illusion of belonging in overcrowded places that sell comfort but no freedom, here's a secret. Being selective is revolutionary. It means saying no to noise, no to the crowd's voice drowning your brilliance, no to easy approval that kills every spark of radical authenticity. So how does capitalism fuel this? Because capitalism at its heart is about value exchange. Nothing more, nothing less. And value exchange thrives on difference and disruption. It craves innovation born from diversity of thought and courage of vision. The future belongs to founders who understand that their product isn't just a business. It's their unique imprint on the world's future. Investors won't just fund ideas. They'll fund your readiness to break away from the expected, about your relentless pursuit of being different. The next generation means the ones who stop shrinking to fit a mold and start expanding to fill the space they carve. It's about ruthless sovereignty, using your will as your weapon and your clarity as your shield. It requires a critical eye that questions everything. Why are the rules this way? What if they're wrong? What if they're made by scared people protecting their own gate? Transformation doesn't happen by playing it safe or asking permission. It happens by redefining the game itself. This is the brutal truth. Patience wins, but only if you're ready to play a long, strategic game. No instant glory, no viral fame shortcuts. The narrative you're part of now is a marathon disguised as a sprint. The giants weren't built overnight. They evolved through endurance, relentless learning, ruthless adaptation, and brutal honesty with themselves. Feel the fire inside? That tension you can't shake? That weird mix of anger and hope that maybe, just maybe, you're meant for something more than the tired paths carved by others? That's your invitation. The invitation to stop settling for borrowed lives and become who you were meant to be. To stop being fooled by the smiles of comfort that hide silent imprisonment. To stop pretending you want belonging when you really want becoming. This is the Rebel's pledge. Don't aim for easy, aim for yours. Own your chaos, your contrast, your crazy ideas, and trap no one else's expectations. Build your own structures because the world won't build them for the exceptional. It only builds for the many. But here's the good news. The many don't move mountains. The few do. This movement, this network, this rebellion of rare minds is where the future doesn't just wait to be claimed. It's being invented. The links you form here, the alliances you build, the furious passion you bring, they aren't just shortcuts. They're supernova ignition in an otherwise dull sky. Capitalism can fuel you because it demands value. Real, unfiltered, groundbreaking value that upends markets and minds. It rewards relentless creators who understand that profitability is not the end. It's the freedom to build more, to dream bigger, to risk harder. It is not about fitting in, it's about breaking out. The world needs no more clones or copycats. The world needs you, complex, fierce, relentless, and the network you build around you. The future is yours to command, but only if you throw off every old idea that chains you and step into brutal honesty with who you are and who you can become. Be patient, be selective, be sovereign. Be the storm capitalism must recklessly follow, not the sheep it controls. This is the edge where new legends start. The edge where radical ideas breathe their first fire. The edge where the few unite to free the many. Capitalism is not the cage. It's the fuel. Use it like fire, like fury, like freedom. The next generation of superfounders isn't just coming. They're already here, reshaping the map. Don't watch from the sidelines. Light your spark, find your tribe, and burn brighter than anything this world expects.